So Mike, the creator of classics such as Why Gender Fluidity is More Than a Fashion Trend and With Just One Hoverboard Will Call Out Anti-Muslim Hypocrisy, are lying again. Their latest video from Jack Smith goes behind the scenes with Antifa in an attempt to excuse their violence. The first guy he speaks to is a 28-year-old anonymous man. His voice has been altered and his face has been blackened out because that's what Antifa want. They want to remain anonymous. That's what all criminals want, actually. He claims the people they're fighting against, which is us. He claims we want a civil war and we want a holy war. He even says we're calling for genocide. That's just the first inaccuracy in the video. But really, it's more than just an inaccuracy. It's a downright lie. My whole journey in politics and activism has been based around stopping a potential civil conflict and civil war. Our movement is here to stop violence caused by aggressive and authoritarian ideologies. We march peacefully. We challenge the government peacefully. Antifa are the ones taking to the streets and beating people half to death. I don't know if this anonymous coward is lying, if he's a bit thick, or if he's being blindly led by others who are manipulating him. Antifa typically fall into one of these three categories every time, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one of them they are. The left tells people what they think. Antifa tells normal, conservative-minded people that they are bigoted racists who want to deport everyone and anyone who looks a bit brown. Antifa tell me I'm calling for war and genocide. It's categorically untrue. And for as long as they keep telling these lies, some people who hate genocide, hate war and hate racism, they'll continue to be blindly led and follow this crap. If Mike.com wants civil conflict, then they're doing a pretty good job for encouraging it. There doesn't have to be a social conflict here. I'm against racism and violence against people for their political opinions. If the left agrees, then why are they fighting with us on the street? Does Mike want this unrest to happen? It looks like it. They're scaring people into believing this. The man who wrote the Antifa handbook told Mike in this video that this is a form of defence. They tell us that unless they tackle it right now, we'll be beating down their doors of the left in the future with baseball bats, I think he said. They tell scared people that the evil Nazis are ready to kill them all. How cruel is that? How much bullshit is that? The anonymous bloke also claims that the reason people think Antifa is violent is because the media want juicy stories. But I think the reality is different. People think Antifa is violent because Antifa is violent. This is not a group of do-gooders infiltrating neo-Nazi meetings and saving people who are there to who are just about to be killed. These people are getting decent people fired from their job. They're slandering people. They're creating online hit lists and brutally attacking people in the street with a difference of opinion from them. We see it almost every day now. The media doesn't want juicy stories about Antifa being violent. Mike proves they want stories about how they're actually fluffy and cuddly, standing up to the mean old racists, just like this one you've just watched. Jack Smith presents a familiar argument in his video as well. He tells us that the vast majority of Antifa are peaceful and they do great work. I think I've heard that before.
Targeting a religion that represents 1.6 billion people for the actions of a few is pretty absurd. The highest estimates put terrorists at a very small fraction of a % of the Muslim population.
Once again, we hear about the vast majority, but the same counter-argument applies. Even if it was true that the vast majority of Antifa are not committing violent crimes, that doesn't mean a vast majority don't support it. In fact, if you see any Antifa protest in action, you'll see people with red faces screaming and pointing and shouting and encouraging other people to attack so-called fascists and even screaming death threats. These people are nasty and Mike's attempt to paint them as fluffy and nice won't work. Look at them attacking this disabled vet. Look at them stereotyping this man who has alopecia because he looks like a Nazi. Look at them chasing a Jewish guy down the street chanting Nazi pig. Really? And then there's Eric Clanton attacking someone with a bike lock. And this, and this, and this, and this. These people are scum. They're the lowest of the low. The media, including Mike, want us to think these attacks aren't happening. It's brainwashing. Antifa is peaceful. Antifa is peaceful. Antifa is peaceful. Bullshit. I'm not stupid. No one's stupid. We know exactly what these people are. The general public know what they are. Mike is creating conflict. The media continues to peddle lies about innocent and decent people. In turn, these decent people are turned away from the traditional left and support measures to tackle political extremists like Antifa. It even pushes some people to the genuine far right. This is creating conflict. This is manufacturing societal divides. If this is intentional, it's clever. If it's unintentional, then I guess it proves that this lot aren't the smartest lot. If you think Antifa are wankers, please like and subscribe to Rebel.